I'm here today, and today I have for you part 9 of the Blade and Soul leveling guide. We're almost done, only 5 levels to go. Today we're going to go levels 46 to 48 in 1 hour and 30 minutes, taking our total time from levels 1 to 48 up to 8 hours and 56 minutes, and we are about 4 hours or so ahead of schedule compared to the last one, or the last time I went ahead and did this, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, what you saw right there is carrying on from the last one. All that happened is I fast traveled to the watchtowers. That was the only thing you missed out on because it kicked me out when I logged out. Blah 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 blah. I'm also playing as an assassin for this bit because when I was recording the Blade Dancer, I actually got like my computer crashed during the recording, so I lost the recording around level 47. So I had to go through and play through as an assassin all the way up to this point. Which is kind of annoying. So I'm actually a few experience ahead. I think I'm 12,000 experience ahead of where the last one was. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the video, so you'll still get to level 50 at the same amount of experience, the experience difference. So all we've been doing basically here is continuing along with the story quests. We're just playing along. Oh, also one more quick thing on the assassin. If you are looking to speed run to do what I said in the other video that I just put out a couple days ago, and actually I'll link it in the little card right now. If you want to play through the story to go ahead and unlock these gems as fast as possible, the assassin is by far and away the fastest way I've seen to do this anyway. You can simply stealth by so many enemies and stealth by so many mobs, and then just go ahead and assassinate the final boss that you need to kill in an area, and then make your way out without having to fight through any dungeons. Saves a ton of time. You can also travel long distances in stealth using your X, which you unlock earlier in the game now, after the Secrets of the Stratus, and you also can use your V and all your other skills, really, to help you get through the things fast, and then you can burst down bosses with your stealth mechanics. So, actually, what's funny here is I didn't kill Hajun. Hajun hasn't died in my game because I skipped over those quests with this. So his ghost still spawns here. So kind of a little story inconsistency in the game. But anyway, I guess that's enough commentary on my character. All I've done is play through the story quests, and I've done some fast traveling to expedite things. They changed the Euro quest there that you saw. You don't need to read a letter and go to Hogshead Hamlet and then hang out over there. You can just go right to Mushin's Tower and go right in and fight Mushin. Like I said with the assassin, it's super cool that you can just burst down a boss without having to fight it. You can just sit there and spam your skills. Anyway, at this point you're going to get the Ivory Moon weapon. So the Ivory Moon weapon is going to be your weapon for the rest of the game. So go ahead and put it on. Use your leveling, what are those called? Hong Moon elements that you've been getting throughout the game, the story quest, to go ahead and level it up. Keep those in your inventory as you play to level up your weapon to level 5 right off the bat to give yourself a little more damage. Anyway, so for this area here, this Grand Harvest Square kind of like boss fight thing, try and kill the mobs before the guys get to them in this next part coming up. So you see here, I'm going to try and run over to the area and kill the mobs before the guys actually come to it, because if they fight it, they have to reset back to the start and then walk to the next one. So it takes up a lot of time. So the sooner you kill the mobs, the faster this goes. You got to hang out there until he says to go light the fire. Go ahead and kill the mobs over there, light the fire. That's going to spawn 2 bosses. Kill the first one. You could use your skill here, like if you had a buff on your character, like blue buff on Kung Fu Master, or the Assassin's buff, or if you have anything that'll help you burst on a boss faster, use it on the first one, not the second one, because the second one only has like 20,000 health before it goes to cutscene. So it'll help you get through that part faster. Here I'm doing a little inventory management. I got to clear out some space, and you see I'm picking up my Hong Moon elements to go ahead and upgrade my weapon. If you had them in your inventory, go ahead and do that beforehand. It also gives you the accomplishment of Ascendant, upgrading your weapon. After that, you're going to go ahead and pick up these 2 quests here, and it's going to send you up. What you saw me doing there is, if you go through one of these gates, it resets your stamina bar. So by running into the main gate up there for like the town hall of the Grand Harvest Square, it reset my sprint, so I could go ahead and continue sprinting to the next gate. Just a quick little tip if you're close to gates and you want to keep sprinting to a place, as long as you know you're not going to get a loading screen going into the gate. So this boss, use your burst on the first one, your buff skills, and then the second one is also a longer fight. They're both like 100,000 health apiece, but the other one kills himself off at about 30,000 health remaining. So it's a little bit faster to use your buffs on the first one. For this part here, kill the mobs before she gets to them, so that way she doesn't stop at them and reset, just like any other of the NPCs in this game. If they're fighting something, they reset back to where they were when they started fighting, and she's ranged, so it takes even longer for her to reset. Here you got to kill the 2 bosses that spawn. First one's easy. Second one, use your buffs and beat it up. She'll face tank it for you, so you can just sit on the backside and DPS it down. Exit using the portal, because you need to stop at this guy by this tree. If it was in the base or something and give you a faster health point, you could take it, but unfortunately you can't. So make your way up to this area here. Run by as many of the mobs as you can, and try and hug the right side to get into this cage over here. Then jump up the walls to get to this. If you didn't get the running trade already, which I don't believe anyone has because I haven't done it in any of my videos, if you haven't gotten the wall run, you have to jump on top of the tents to then jump up. For this one, group the enemies together as you go to save the guy, and then sprint, make a beeline. Do not worry about fighting anything to this guy here. He's going to send his 2 wolves, he's going to send his 2 lion saber fangs, then he's going to send his big wolf, and he's going to send his mammoth. Then he's going to fight you wolf first. Don't use your buff on this one first because he backs out after 20%. Don't use your buff on this one either. It's not that hard of a fight. This is the one you should use your buff on. You have to do about 100,000 damage to him before the fight ends, so you want to keep your buff for that fight there. Back in Grand Harvest Square, you're going to head on up to the main little town hall area up here, and they're going to have a little discussion before it sends you on a wind stride to the Plog Sanctum. Over here, you have to pick up a flower and then give it to this guy, and then it's going to send you out again. So fast travel back to Grand Harvest Square, where you're going to go ahead and talk to this guy, who's going to send you over here, where there's going to be a little scene playing out where they're burning a piece of paper. Pick up the water bin, throw the water bin into the fire, and read the paper. Fast travel to the place it gives you. The reason I picked Cerulean Order for this is not because I really care too much about the PvP, but it's because the Cerulean Order faction is closer for both of these quests where you have to pick up the faction item. It's closer to the point you have to run to, so it saves you a good amount of time, probably about 45 minute and a half, somewhere in that area, time walking for this run. So anyway, then after you get to the Cerulean Order, turn in the item, then go ahead and fast travel back to the place, take off your Cerulean outfit, hope that there's no Crimsons waiting to kill you, or if you're a Crimson, hope that there's no Ceruleans. Most people tend to not try and PvP in that area. Anyway, so go ahead and enter the dungeon down here. You have to kill the 2 birds, and they're going to send like 4 guys after you, and then they all run away. This guy appeared to be easy. I think only has 44,000 health. Doesn't take too long to kill. After this, you have to do this like card under a hat kind of trick thing here, but they all have the same color, and it tells you which one to pick anyway. Remember the first time I did this quest, I was wondering how am I going to keep track of this, but it just gives you a quest marker on what you need to pick, so not too difficult at all. After that, Yunseng's going to come out, so do some surveys while you're waiting for everybody to talk. He's only got like 40,000 health before he quits. Then you've got to go ahead and fight this guy. He's the harder of the enemies. He's got 120,000 health you have to take down pretty low, so go ahead and save your buff for this fight. Rescue the villagers, and then you're going to get Granny, who's going to give you a new necklace. The necklace is really good. Make sure you equip the necklace, and continue along. So after that, she's going to have you serve some food, and they're going to send you on a fast travel over to the fur traders, or something traders, I forgot what it's called. Over here, you're going to have to just run into the place, kill the 2 yes men, and then he's going to tell you that Jewel is in trouble, so you have to go save Jewel in the Beast Bog. It gives you the fast travel points, so just fast travel to it, make your way to save Opal, and then over here you got to go and save Jewel. She's going to need you to kill 4 enemies and take the items that they drop, so just kill 4 closest enemies, and then wind stride on back to the fur trader place. Rural Outfitters, there we go. Same fur trader, similar. Make the potion, give it to Jewel. They're going to send you back over to Grand Harvest Square, and as soon as you get to Grand Harvest Square, it's going to send you back here. I don't know why they make you do that. It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's probably just to reload the area for the setup. But anyway, when you get back to here, you're going to go ahead and get Yunseng in. Yunseng's going to go and try and save Opal, but then realize it's not Yunwa. Move along with his life. Everyone tries to surround him and arrest him. Basically, at this point, you just do some inventory management. You see I'm looking at my received items, maybe checking skills out. There's really not much to do here. You just have to sit and wait for this to play out. Go ahead and burst him down. Use your buff on this fight. You have to knock him down about 100,000 HP for the fight to be over, so keep your buffs ready for it, and yeah. Next, they're going to send you to Zai Way, but they put you to the gate of Zai Way. I don't know why they don't just spawn you in Zai Way, because then you have to go through another loading screen. Pretty dumb. Actually, this is one of the longer loading screen sections of this thing. I think I cut out about 15 minutes of loading screen video on this, so it's pretty large amounts of loading in this area. So after you get to Zai Way, there's going to be like an assassination. You got to go to this merchant square here. Group as many of the enemies together as you can that are near people that you have to save, and then go ahead and burst them down. I'm an assassin, so I kind of just cheated in invisibility through this. But to go through it, it takes about the same amount of time. What you want to do is you want to go to the place, group the enemies together, burst them, and then take the thing. Here, I lost my gun somehow, so I had to go ahead and kill all of these enemies, so I made up for it, or I kind of got karma there for sneaking through the other thing. I had to go ahead and kill everyone one at a time with the assassin, which is kind of annoying. Burst that guy down, you have to kill him, so I'll use your buffs on him. He's got about 100,000 HP. So, yeah, you save your buffs for that. This place here, you have to kill 3 sets of these guys. Yeah, so just go ahead and kill the 3 guys, and then she's going to spawn. She has really high evasion stat, as the gunner lady here does, so you might miss a lot of hits, and it's going to be pretty annoying. Him, you got to knock him down about 20,000 HP, I think, so that's not too bad of a fight before Soha breaks it up. Next, you're going to head back on over to these central garrison, where you're going to pick up a quest. Make sure you walk out the gate before you pick up that quest, because if you don't walk out the gate, then you're going to not be able to continue the quest. Like if you fast travel right when it gives you the fast travel point, you won't have the next part of the quest ready, so you have to fast travel back and wait for loading screens. So make sure you pick up the quest by walking out the door. Kill the mobs there, super easy. Then kill this guy here. He's also very easy. This really isn't too bad. They've all got about 40,000 to 80,000 health. These ones are a bit more difficult up here. Make sure you equip the ring that you got as well, or the earring, or I forgot what accessory they gave you for this quest, but make sure you equip it because it increases your crit damage by quite a bit, which is going to be super useful for these fights. These guys are a bit more difficult. They have a lot more health, so they take a lot more to knock down. Then Dochin actually can hit you through stealth, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, after that, you're going to go ahead and finish the thing, use your /honor to get into this. They're going to go arrest Dochin, and you got the basically where you need to be here. So it's going to fast travel back to the Royal Chambers, and when you get to the Royal Chambers and turn in the quest, that's it. You're going to be level 48. So once again, it took an hour and a half to do, taking our total time up to 8 hours and 56 minutes. Next part's already recorded, so I just got to go ahead and put that together. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like and subscribe. We got a lot of great stuff on the channel, and I will see you with the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.